unless they
Hi, all. This is Dr. J and Professor Spike talking stocks, coming to you live from Long Island, New York, where it's really a beautiful day. Stocks coming to you live from
really is nice actually. Got the sunshine. Oh, I got to turn that off.
Well, you don't like hearing me over and over and over and over again.
Oh, it's so nice you have to say it twice, but it's
Jiggly Puff is having
ready.
conniptions.
Yeah, sure. I hear you, Jig. When you see those commercials with the people having the monitors attached on them, you're like, look at that. It was a good idea after all.
Well, Jiggly, the problem is he went into bcrx. That was a mistake.
Not a mistake yet.
No. I have a magnificent answer, Shalom. Good to see you.
Magnificent answer.
Magnificent answer. I was talking to him on Twitter, on StockTwits, and he's of the opinion that there'll be some news on CVM in the next few weeks.
Hopefully, good news.
Well, that he doesn't know.
Yeah, hey, actually, I trimmed a little bit based on that little.
He's just predicting news. Hopefully, good news.
That'd be nice. I mean, at one point during the week, it was like maybe we should bail and try to get above 13.
Oh man, Zax has a sell on CVM.
Really?
I think that's what he's saying. That's not good.
No. That would not
hey, Catherine.
Well. We're gonna
hey, Chris. Chris is feeling better because ARWR is doing better.
Well, are we sure that Chris is talking that Sean is talking about tandem, or is he talking about
I think he's talking about CVM.
Oh, okay. Because remember, they're a little bit behind us on the YouTube feed.
He's talking about AF. Adam, you know what's the?
What is AF?
Adam, you know what's the?
Oh, okay. Adam F also has a sell on it, probably. We don't know what that is.
Oh, you were right. There's a sell rating on tandem.
Because when you look at the comments are don't mention CVM yet.
Cabinet guy from the Green Mountain States.
Green Mountains.
I may have to hire a cabinet guy to make a custom cabinet for my bathroom because I can't get a replacement that fits.
He's going to come all the way down off the Green Mountains to take.
Sure, I'll come down.
Yeah, why not? I'm sure you'd be.
Now we're talking about ARWR.
Oh, Arrowhead, yeah.
Yeah.
That was another one on your list recently.
Yeah, I've been nibbling at that one.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess overall we should talk about whether or not you're bearish or bullish on the market, especially since we last talked.
Okay, I am more bullish than before because it busted 334.28 on the S&P.
Okay.
So that's very good. Of course, there was a bearish candle yesterday, which is bad. So we have one good thing, one bad thing.
Well, everybody's talking about how sensitive this is to our president's tweets. The president's tweets. The question is this market just looking for an excuse to make higher highs, or is it looking for an excuse to make lower lows?
I see higher. I agree with a magnificent answer. Either that or magnificent answer agrees with me. One or the other.
Okay, so he thinks the market's to be super.
It's amazing how many times magnificent answer and I are like in sync. It's incredible.
I haven't seen you and him in the same room at the same time ever.
That's true. Maybe it's like Superman and Clark Kent.
Don't take off your glasses just yet. Are you a magnificent dancer?
But, we were talking about, I think it was magnificent dancer, unless it was Marty. He said that they have some January calls on CVM and some long stock. That's exactly my position.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll have some.
I don't remember. Was that you, Magnificent Answer? Am I confusing you with Marty? Cabinet guy is doing well.
Can't take care of your bathroom. Sorry.
And Sean wants to know if Jiggly is still holding on to the furniture or he's sold.
The furniture is what we call a durable good. It's not going to go anywhere. So
I got a lot I wanted to chart, so let's get to it.
Yeah, we might as well because I have to be out in exactly an hour.
I want to do it quicker than an hour.
It's fine with me.
Now, the first thing, I wanted to see this fellow.
Make sure you take Jiggly's, before you start doing charts, make sure you take Jiggly's.
This fellow from StockTwits threatened to come on with us, but I don't see him. But I'll hold off on talking about vbiv until he comes.
Okay.
That's his big thing, vbiv.
Are you getting rid of Jiggly's comment before you start charting?
Okay.
There we go. Tandem bought that furniture, so you might as well have some.
This one is Moderna is a request by Professor Spike.
I'm actually wondering about Moderna. So is that
Professor Spike?
Yes, that was one of my requests.
We're in a Zoom channel. Did I tell you that?
You didn't have to look at that.
Yeah, we're in a Zoom channel, and we've taken out the old highs back here in early October. So we're looking really good. We're above the 9, which is above the, we want to see the 50 cross with the 100.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing that's a little out of sync.
That was the only thing that was concerning. I asked the question.
But I think that'll happen.
Okay.
It's looking very good. And not only that, it's the old age vaccine, right?
Moderna?
Yeah, in other words, they proved that it works for old people, the only company so far.
Yeah, they've been giving out good news, and they're the earliest in the vaccine race.
I'm going to close the door because I'm hearing extraneous noise.
Okay. Some of that is also just echoing from your microphone. So.
No, I'm over in the Hamptons, and the environment is never certain when I'm here.
Yeah. Well, see, this is what happens when you live.
Plus, I'm stuck with using the Apple. I'm using the Apple, which I don't love.
Oh, again, right.
Yeah. But I love the answer to your question is I love the chart on Moderna. I think it's going to 100.
Okay. That's what
based on the chart. I see nothing stopping it. Of course, you can have bad news on the vaccine trial, which would stop it.
Sure.
But let's see this high over here.
It was in the 90s somewhere, back in there.
Yeah. I thought it hit 100. Let's see, did it hit 100?
Not quite. Maybe internet.
No, 75 back here in
back very, very far.
That's early October. It's going to take that out. I'm pretty sure.
The high in July was 95.
All right, so I'd have to minimize it some more.
Right.
It's not worth it. Once it takes this out, it runs to 100.
Even the highs are going higher.
Let's just say once it takes out 74, it's going to run to 100.
That sounds about right to me too. So good. So remember, this is only entertainment purposes, not financial advice. Before we tell you what to do with Moderna or any of these other stocks, do your own due diligence.
That's true. Why do I have 2 StreamYards?
Good question.
Yeah. This is the right one.
That's the one that we're on.
Yeah.
The other one might have been from last week. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, CVM used to be our main focus. That's quite true, Sean. We're going to get around to it.
Yeah, no, we'll make sure we cover that.
Yeah.
You know,
I have it up. bcrx, CTIC, Gern, Moderna.
all of our usuals are in good.
Gern is breaking out. Let's see where it is now.
Which one?
Gern.
Oh, Geron. That, you know, the way you guys were talking about, I've been staying away from that guy.
Well, we had some bad taste in our mouth from him.
Right.
I lost the most I ever lost on a single stock. But it doesn't mean it won't make me money in the future.
Understood.
And if it takes out this area here, then it looks very like it could go on a bull run very easily. If it takes out 233, then it really looks bullish.
Mm-hmm.
But in the interim, let it just make a new high from early September. Take out 208, I'll be happy. It looks very good. Geron's on a run. And of course, it's the same old Geron with the blood cancer and our metal stat and all of that. We're not going to discuss the fundings on this one. But I wanted to point out that it's on a run. Did we do the total disclaimer, you know, that our opinions are strictly our own and do not constitute investment advice? And everyone should do their own due diligence, check with their wife or their dog or their investment advisor before acting on anything they hear on this show. And furthermore, not everything we say is factual. Some things we make up by accident.
When I call you handsome, it's a fact.
We think it's factual. But
it's an objective fact. I call you handsome.
Yeah. Now this one is almost guaranteed approval by the second half of next year for MF, myelofibrosis, blood-borne cancer. So I sold it too early at 2.25. So what did I do? I bought back some today.
Okay.
I admitted my mistake.
At around $3.
I made a mistake selling, so I'll buy it back.
Well, you're not going to be able to buy it back at pennies anymore.
I bought it back at $2.97. Now it's 3.
Okay.
I'm up 3 pennies already.
Well, yeah, but you're already a winner on this kind of way.
This is the entry point I was looking at. I drew it.
Right.
This is the entry point right around here. That looks like a very nice entry point. 268, 269. It might come back to that level. If it does, I'd probably add. Unless there's some reason for me to change my mind, but as of now, the fundamentals are dictating the story.
Well,
on
if it's
CTIC.
permanent, then no reason to bail.
bcrx is finally looking good.
It's finally giving us an uptrend.
We have a W-shaped recovery going on.
Right.
And now we're starting the other end of the W, so we should come up to at least 417. We take out 417, we're looking at 449. And we take out 469, and we're looking towards infinity.
Yeah, well, a lot of us are in around 5. I remember because it's been hanging around 5 for the longest time.
Yeah, look, what my philosophy is on this one: nibble
low, right?
Nibble all the way through.
Because
low, high, don't matter.
This is not like CVM where it's going to be in a channel where you keep buying and selling and buying and selling. You just
No.
while it's low and then wait while it's high.
It's been in a terrible downslide from what date is this? From 7/8.
Well, would have been nice if our president was treated with some of this stuff too.
Yeah, it has a perfect. It has a perfect Elliott wave seven wave cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. More than that. 7, 8, 9, 10. This is not an Elliott wave anything. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. I mean, technically, it just looks like a big downward
trend. It looks like it's flight of steps going down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that we had reason to believe that the stuff that they have in their arsenal is going to ultimately pay off, just based on the technicalities, we would have sold the stuff even before the summer started.
It's hard in this entire run down. Almost no highs, old highs have been taken out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why it's really important for 417 to be taken out.
Yeah.
Or at least
that one over there, right?
Yeah, at least 386.
So
if 386 is taken out, that's a very good sign.
Okay.
Only because, without exception, on every downward move, it never came back to pick up an old high.
Mm-hmm.
So at least if it does that, that's a significant turn on the chart.
Well, of the ones that we've been playing with, this was the only one without any explicit bad. I mean, because Athesis got turned down for barter, and CVM was still talking about that coin flip, and a lot of people are starting to really think about what the downside is. This is the only one that didn't really have any bad news. It's just,
did I send you the short attack by Medical Research Collaborative?
Even I trimmed a little as a result. But we'll talk about that in a minute, right? When we get to CVM. Right now, we're still in BioCrystal. And so here, there's every reason to believe, at least with the fundamentals, that this one may very well pay off eventually.
I think this is a beautiful couple of green candles separated by the sell-off yesterday. Two big, beautiful green candles. I like it, making new highs every day. The last 3 days are the way I want to see it. Now, on the S&P, I called for a new high way back, and I'm sticking to it. I said once 34.28 is taken out, it's very bullish. So we had a really bullish day yesterday, except at the end of the day in a bearish candle. So a little bit mixed. I'm going to type in XPX.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what when the market overreacts to somebody who's on massive steroids.
Do you think he's delirious? Or?
I think he's delirious. Well, I mean,
a little bit manic, maybe, right?
Push this behavior from non-steroidal.
Maybe a little bit manic. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, people who are on steroids behave a certain way, but they usually wait a couple of weeks for the medicine to actually affect their brain.
That's look, steroids are not serious medicine.
Yeah, no, I know. I know. They put you in a mood.
Like an invincible mood, like a Superman type mood.
Well, my personal experience has been mixed.
So the S&P broke 34.28 yesterday, and only to pull back and make a bearish engulfing of the day before, which was Monday. So Tuesday's candle was bullish in that it took out 34.28. And all that's left after taking out 34.28 is new highs. But on the other hand, it finished the day very negative, which would led me to not worry me too much about that bearish candle, because it didn't come at the very top. It came after a small little bounce back. So to me, it says if the bearish candle is to do anything, it'll bring it back down to retest 3,200 area. Not that that's a good thing, but that's about the worst.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm
so
discounting that.
So it's possible it could retest 3,200 before making new highs. But I think it's just going to make new highs.
Okay.
By the end of the year. I got to qualify. I got to give it a timetable, right? So by the end of the year.
With the election, many people think that Biden's win is sort of already baked into the pie.
I don't know. I don't rule anything out.
Right. But as long as it's an orderly transition, it'll be okay.
Yeah, well, that it won't be. If Trump wins, it'll be an orderly everything. But if he loses, it won't be orderly.
Somebody asked whether or not I was still in volatility, and the answer is I'm still in volatility because that's where I put my extra money.
Uh-huh.
And that we have a weird hot November coming. Does not make me step in volatility.
And look, like I said, it's possible to retest 3,200. I think it holds. I'm sure it would hold. I'm not sure, but pretty sure.
Right. We have to work under some assumptions in this world.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we can't make any decisions.
But even if it does retest 3,200, it's just a buying opportunity. We're in a bull market. It has not become a bear market.
Yeah. And like we said,
well, taking out 34.28 just confirms the bull.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you there. But I'm not going to sell my Bitcoin. That's my hedge. It's like my savings.
CVM has been behaving, huh?
CVM has been behaving like you sent me that article about that essentially listed all of Jake's downside when you had that debate, and it really codified all of that downside. But again, data is the data. When the data comes out, if it comes out well, we're all going to be very happy, and if it doesn't, we're all going to be very sad.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's still a coin flip.
Did you, based on that article at all? Did you bail like?
I discount all short attacks and also I discount all pumps. So at this point, it's simply a coin flip.
You did not trim this week.
I'm not totally convinced on the bull side, and I'm certainly not convinced on the bear side.
Okay.
So even money, I'll take it. Even money, I'm going long.
Just keeping that money on the red.
Yeah, I'm keeping it on the pass line.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Like
I said, the chart
profit, so I'm not going to cry.
Marty asked me, is it going to run? I said, not until it breaks 1490, and it hasn't done that yet. So it has to break this 1490 area, wherever that is.
It did get out of that range. It was in that 11 to 14 range that we were playing with for the longest time, but now it
has to take out the 710 high.
Yeah, but now it's sort of it's a differently shaped curve now. But you're right. I mean, the way it looks promising.
Yeah, in fact, it's making me. Besides my January calls, I have some October calls. I'm holding. I didn't sell it because just in case.
Right.
I'm willing to just take the loss if worst comes to worst.
That's what gambling is about.
Yeah. I'm definitely a gambler. If you swing with Dr. J, your money's going to be on the pass line. And it's going to be behind the pass line as well.
Right.
You got to back up. You got to back up your bet, right?
Pressing the well, if you're in, right?
So I'm still long CVM. Nothing's changed.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't like reading that medical research collaborative report. It gave me shudders. It was very well done.
It scared me a little.
It was really very well done.
Right. It was. Like I said, it lent meat to the bone of what Jake was talking about when you guys were debating it.
APT had a nice run, right? I don't know what it's doing today.
We have the request for APT and Meso, right? And APT's doing all right. I mean, it's.
Well, I don't know if I want to do Meso because, in my opinion, you got to wait for 30 days for the meeting with the FDA.
Right. Well, APT is close to 16, so it's still not at its, it's lofty low 20s to mid 20s. So I'm still just waiting for it to make me break even. But at least it's going in the right direction. Same thing with its cousin, Lake. Lake is doing pretty good today also.
All right, look, Sean wants to see our degrees. When I get home, I'll
Yeah, right. You want to see my diploma?
take a picture.
Okay,
You
well,
know how many? It's easy to say.
appreciate it.
I'll tell you something. It's very easy to say I have a doctorate in this, a doctorate in that.
No, 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 no. A PhD. That's what. That's
I had one guy when I was chair. He said he came up to adjunct. He said he's a doctor from Russia in math, computer science, and third degree physics. Turned out he was a doctor in nothing.
a podiatrist. So actually, cabinet guy's asking about Nicola, which is not a bad idea.
It had a nice pop, right?
It did. I mean, you've done very, very well with that stock. I mean, not really. If you had bought it,
Well, I've been buying it
you
all.
bought it after you lost half your money.
I've been buying it continuously, so I'm probably about even.
So your new money has done very, very well.
I'm about even.
Because we were talking about it from like 18, if not earlier.
Yeah, I was depressed when it hit that 18 level.
Yeah. And so now it's around what, 26, 27?
I 24 maybe, I don't know.
Okay, well, it's still good on you, my friend.
Bo says CVM and BCRX all the way. I like cheerleaders. Let's go BCRX. Let's go CVM to the moon.
Please. From your fingers to God's ear.
Will they get bored or not? I don't know. It's a tough question.
I mean, Jake was really big on this when you guys first introduced it.
I'm still not sour on it. I added, in fact.
Been hanging around 15.
I added, so I'm not sour on it.
Did it ever hit the corner of that flag, that pennant that it was?
You want to take a look?
Might as well. We might as well, since we're disappointing our.
You want to look at vbiv? It looks like my fellow from StockTwits couldn't make it.
Oh, that was with what was you going to discuss that CTIC?
vbiv.
Oh,
vbiv.
All right, so we'll do that after we do.
Well, no, I want to do this now. vbiv.
vbiv, and then we'll do the gambling stock. Not the gambling stock. The AUPH.
Anything you want.
All right, we'll do AUPH, and then maybe.
Right. Now, vbiv it's definitely in a consolidation pattern. And I don't know all the fundamentals, but they're partnering with another company on the COVID vaccine. But their real hopes are on a hepatitis B vaccine, which is I think close. I don't know how close. I would have liked to get this fellow Jungle, whatever his name is, Looney Tunes or whatever his name is. He was going to come on, but he couldn't make it, I guess. He really knows the fundies very well. But the chart looks good to me.
Well, it's going to do something.
Yeah, and I think that's something. If I had to guess, no, it's going to break north. It's a bull flag, bull pennant. It should break north.
Okay.
So let's.
A couple more days, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, I think I bought some today at 301. So I bought. I don't know what it's at now.
3035.
I don't think so because that's an old time, but it doesn't matter. Well, what do you want me to look at now, Alf?
Yeah, AUPH.
That's Jake's old.
That's Jake's
old flame.
Yeah, Jake was actually very happy about that one.
Well, you made a lot of money on this one.
Well, let's see.
I like the candle.
Well, it's certainly out of that pennant, isn't it?
Why are we in the 15-minute?
Okay, maybe it's not. Yeah, let's get it.
Come on, I can't even get out of the 15-minute. Okay. Doesn't look as good in the 15-minute, does it? But look, it's coming back today. See, it was much lower. It cut its losses in half. And it opened higher, so we're up on the day. I didn't draw the pennant on the Apple. I drew it on the other machine. Let's see if I can replicate it.
Well, yeah, you need to go back a lot further if you can look at that.
Yeah.
Because the pennant really starts around March.
Up here, yeah. Up there.
Right, exactly. So it sort of has this kind of consolidation going.
I don't know if I can replicate it.
But yeah, and it's the other line right down there. Yeah, you're on the Apple, so it's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
But it does look like it's breaking north of the pennant. If you would imagine, draw an imaginary line. But and it's almost hitting, what is that, the 100-day right there?
Oh, I mean, I did the best I could.
Yeah. Well, according to this picture, we're already broken out.
Yeah. But again, I'm on the Apple.
Right, understood.
It looks pretty good.
If it and that's the 100, right? Is that the 100 or the 200 above it? It's probably the 100. Or the 50. That could be the 50.
So 200.
That's the 200. Well, if it passes that, we got some good news coming.
We had a negative cross back here.
Right.
In August. And it did go down off that negative cross.
Sorry,
the 9-day is all the way down here. The 9-day looks like it's going to cross the 50. This is a 50. So the 9-day is above the 50. But everything else is inverted.
All right.
So it's a bearish looking chart from that respect.
Mm.
But it broke north of this pennant, which I like.
Right.
So I'm still in it. I added recently, so
it's been hanging around 15. It hasn't really been, maybe 14, 15.
As far as takeout, that was a possibility that lured me in the first place.
He was talking about an approval and a takeout pending.
Yeah, well, the approval, isn't that almost a certainty according to Jake?
He was very, very positive about it.
Yeah. Of course, nothing's a certainty.
Of course.
Almost a certainty. I'm going to drink. Should I drink the water or the vodka?
Yeah, we're not at vodka yet.
You may not be, but I am.
Could you do me a favor and do LCA when you get a chance?
Yeah, we'll look at LCA.
Only because, this is one of the few, this was a gambling-based SPAC. And, there was this kind of speculation that things would start happening with that once Golden Nuggets started going positive. But it doesn't look like it's doing anything. And I was just wanting to get your opinion on it.
I'll be happy to look at LCA.
Hmm?
I'll be happy to look at it. I know I read something positive about it, but I don't remember.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, my mind is not what it used to be. Nothing is what it used to be.
Now you're just brilliant then.
No, I used to be able to play 3-minute chess, but I can't do that anymore.
No, I'm saying, so you used to be super brilliant. Now you're just brilliant.
Yeah. I used to be able to play chess without looking, without the board.
Really?
Yeah, I was pretty good at that.
I can't even do that with tic-tac-toe.
But I haven't tried in about 10 years. I kind of doubt that I can play a complete game anymore.
Maybe I should.
Unless it's against a very weak player, maybe.
All right, so this one here Again, it looks like it's just languishing.
I haven't looked at this chart in a long time.
Right.
So let's look at it together. Like I said, my 3-second clock, my 3-minute clock is not as good as my longer clock. But can we connect a few lines here? What is this? Is this a trend line I got?
Yeah, I think that was the last time you were on a Mac. So actually,
I don't know what that line is.
probably the last time that you looked at this stock was when you built these lines.
I don't know why. I think the Apple drew that line. Not me.
Understood. Well,
That wasn't me.
It does look like a lower support line.
Yeah, that's not correct. It's not looking great, is it?
No.
You don't need a master chart reader to say that the chart is not looking great.
Right. Well, then on Friday when you talk with Jake, you can find out whether or not he's still bullish on it.
No, Jake was never bullish on Golden Nuggets. He was bullish on.
Oh, that's right. That's the other one. That was the other one. This one,
yeah.
This one, it was as you guys mentioned it as a potential because they had prior success with DraftKings.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe we can get since
it's making money
after effective DraftKings.
It's making money. I just don't know why the sell-off. Yeah. Nice big sell-off from the $19 area to dip as low as 14 to 12.69.
Right.
From 19, that's a nice dip, and almost straight down. And now it came back for 2 days and went right back down.
Yeah. Not inspiring chart anyway.
It's not the best looking chart. Okay, great.
All right.
I'm not going to get rid of it.
No, neither am I. But just in case something happens, look, if we get put back in our houses again, online gambling's definitely going to go up.
I'm behind on most of my SPACs a little bit.
Yeah, the other SPACs, it was like everybody was talking about it for 2 weeks, and now it's like, all right.
I don't really. I mean, I don't even want to draw this slow.
Yeah, don't even bother.
If anything, I would try to draw a trend line.
You know, a new one?
From back here.
To the bottom of that green candle, maybe.
Yeah. Well, let's see if I can get any. Yeah, that looks like a few hits.
Okay.
Not too many. Okay. This looks like a better trend line.
I mean, if you put it there, then it makes it look like there's gonna be a turnaround coming.
Yeah, of course I'm cheating a little bit.
You see, that's why we tell people our disclaimer. Because
you called me on my cheat.
Way down and say, "Oh, look, we got plenty of."
You called me on my cheat.
Like I said, they don't give PhDs to just.
Let's leave this trend line. We're on trend. We're going up.
All right, we'll see what happens in a week.
All right, you got me on this one.
Okay, fair enough. Maybe we should come off the charts and start talking to people since we did hit the high spots.
Yeah.
Did we talk about Mesa or no?
No, I just said that nothing's going to happen until the FDA meeting.
That was it. So we don't really have to.
I think we got back and forth motion.
Yeah, so let's look at some of our friends and what they have to say.
Linda came.
Yeah, and Pete had to leave.
Yeah, Linda was closing out some trades. You got to do what you got to do, Linda.
Exactly.
You got to do what you got to do. No question.
Yeah, you could pull this off and just start talking to people unless we're going to do another chart. Nobody's really been asking for anything today. Like nobody's.
What did I advertise on Twits? I advertised 10 stocks. I don't think I hit them all.
I'll tell you in a sec. vbiv, Moderna. Oh, bntx, that was the one.
Which one?
BioNTech. bntx.
bntx. Yeah, that's.
I mean, I had a question about that one anyway because it's in a partnership with Pfizer.
Yes.
This one's going up like gangbusters, and Pfizer's not moving. Why is that?
Because Pfizer's got 20 million other drugs besides this vaccine.
Yeah, it's sort of annoying because I'm in Pfizer, but I'm not in this one. So
You're not going to get the full benefit of the vaccine in being in Pfizer. You will in bntx.
That appears to be the case.
But then again, if the vaccine doesn't pan out, you're not going to get hurt in Pfizer.
Well, yeah. Well, you're right, because you always something to back it up on. So, yeah, you see it's on a run right now.
It's looking real good.
Yeah. So, you know, because when you think about it, Moderna's on a good spot in the vaccine race, but these guys are on the tail.
I think the one that's looking weak is AstraZeneca.
AstraZeneca took a hit today because of that, for whatever reason. And Johnson & Johnson just it's just sort of playing the sidelines right now.
No, this chart looks very nice. Beautiful.
Yeah. You actually were on this stock months ago. So if anybody
I bought it, didn't I buy it at a very low number, like 50, 60?
On weeks ago, and at least you were in then. You were in, you know, back at those low numbers on the left.
I think I bought it probably around 50.
Yeah, no, you got it. Where are we now? In the 80s. Yeah.
85.
You were discussing this stock like at least 2 months. So going back.
Oh, I'm looking at that doggone 15-minute. I don't know why it keeps coming up. Is that what I wonder if LCA was 15-minute?
Well, not that it matters.
Look at this parabolic move.
Yeah. Yeah, no, once I saw this today, I was hitting
even today when it's down. Today it's down, but it had a beautiful green candle, and it might have filled this gap, probably. 80-70. Did it hit 80-70? 80-70, so it filled the gap. It's a beautiful looking chart, and I think there's room to go to 100. It's a race. Does Moderna get there first, get to 100, or does this one get to 100 first? And these two are both excellent buys, I think, Moderna and BioNTech. I own them both, for full disclosure.
Yeah.
I own AstraZeneca as well, though.
AstraZeneca, it's not losing us money. It's just not, you know, it's not going gangbusters.
I own vbiv.
And vbiv, right? Are they in a partnership, or what are they?
They have a partner, some kind of partner on a vaccine, but not big pharma.
Right. And you know, our president took the remdesivir, but what's the company that does that? Gilead.
Regeneron.
Move.
Regeneron and Gilead got a pop from him.
Okay, no, Gilead didn't really get much of a pop on all of this. It's been depressed since the summer. Regeneron's doing great. I didn't even want to look.
Regeneron, if you want 10% within 3 months, you got a good shot getting it. 660, I call. On Regeneron.
Boy, yeah, look at that.
It's a good play here.
Are you doing 15 minutes again, or is this longer term?
This is the daily.
Oh, okay.
I like it. I like the chart, and I like the stock, and I like the fundamentals. I mean, who knows when Eli Lilly will come out, or AstraZeneca, the other two monoclonal.
You know, a dark horse is Sanofi.
Sanofi.
That's a dark horse.
Very dark horse.
Johnson & Johnson is sort of, you know, hanging around on the flanks.
Yeah, Johnson & Johnson, they're to be reckoned with. Because they have a vaccine that'll be 1 shot, not 2.
Right. Right, exactly. So that was the discussion there. So I went in a little bit on Johnson & Johnson just so I don't miss out on that one. A little bit of FOMO.
CYTK, I don't talk about it often, but I'm making a lot of money on it. So
Which one's that?
CYTK, I'm making good money on.
Hmm.
But I don't recommend it here necessarily at this level. So that's why I don't talk about it too much.
Understood. Well, it hit a nice little pop, but you're right. It may very well fill that back in.
Yeah, I mean, it's been very volatile. They're coming out with data at the end of the year. Amgen is their partner. Heart study, heart failure.
Gotcha.
I'm making good money on this one. I bought it at 10. I bought a lot of it at 10 something.
You mentioned this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so I'm very happy with the action on this one. Sava on Alzheimer's.
Right, that's right.
There is no real
Too
Alzheimer's
many,
treatment.
too many stocks, not enough money.
Is there any real? There's no real Alzheimer's treatment
No,
that works.
no. I mean, maybe some of that stem cell stuff might do something somewhere down the road.
Well, if this thing works like they think it does, it's going to be worth
Oh, yeah, it's gonna.
10 billion.
Yeah, no, exactly. If anybody has a credible way to treat that stuff, yeah.
I think you got to be in this one. It's the leader. I think it's now the leader in Alzheimer's. You got to own a little of it.
Okay, from your mouth to God's ear. So it might be worth it. I'll keep an eye out for it.
I think that's it for today. We did good.
Yeah, we have, because I have class in a little while.
We did good. Adios, amigos.
With my
Be well and prosper, right?
Right.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Jiggly. Bye, Linda. Bye.
Take care, guys. Nice having
Bye,
you.
everybody. Bye, Kamal.
Bye, guys.